Welcome back, everybody, to Facetious, episode number 45. I am one of your hosts this evening. I'm happy to be back in front of your eyeballs. I'm Larry, a.k.a. Bluemanrule, joined as usual by my man, my main Damie, my cookie chef supreme, none other than Mike, a.k.a. Scarfinger, a.k.a. Real Talk. What's up, dog?
Oh, you ain't even real.
Nah, you want to run it? I can run it. I mean, I can run it. Real Talk. I mean, I can run it up if I need to, but I didn't feel like you wanted to run up today.
All right, choir man. Choir man ain't even trying to get your boy to work.
Oh man, come on, bro. Every time I give it, like last week, I got all hype. I brought you in, and you were like, "What's up, dog?" So
I was chill. I was chill AF last week. So
yeah, you were, bro.
Just kind of
you were loud.
But it sucks. I mean, it sucks that that the stream didn't hold up last week.
Right.
But we right back in your ear holes. And we gonna work this thing out.
Right, we're gonna have to. Like that's our goal today. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is episode 45. 80% of greatness. That's the name of this episode. And but before we get into why that's the name of the episode, look, Mike, dog. All right, I gotta talk to you because you're one of the few people I know that I can reliably consider someone who grew up in that hood life, and because of said hood life. All right, Will said, "What's up, Will? Thanks for dropping in. Thanks for letting us know." He said the stream is holding up better than last week. Yeah, man, it was a dual issue. I actually had two shows set to record at the same time, so YouTube didn't know which one to give priority to. So that's why I kept doing and messing, jumbling things up. So hopefully we stay 100% this week, man. But listen, Scar, you're gonna love this. All right, so this weekend, my wife was driving. She was like, "Hey," because we're looking for a laptop for my son when he goes out to school, right? And so he wants to be one of the creatives, in the art thing and creating backgrounds and environments and digital characters for video games, right?
Right. So, you know what that means.
Mm-hmm.
You know what that means,
right?
That means you're gonna have to get that Mac, bruh.
Nah, bruh. See, that's where we're gonna deviate because I don't think I need a Mac. I don't think I need a Mac for that.
He gonna want one.
He ain't gonna want one. He
because
don't
the
like
people
Macs.
the people on these things, they work off Macs.
Well, some of them do, but listen, for him to go through school, for him to get ready, I figured because he can draw as well. I figure he needs a good little touchscreen. So I was looking at I'll just start while I'm missing deals. So I was looking at a Surface Pro, right? I was looking at a Surface Pro form, like the Surface Pro 4. Those things are powerful. They're really light, and they actually have a longer battery life than most. So, but man, I hate missing deals because you know what happened? I was sitting there. I was talking to my wife. I'm like, "Babe, I think we should get it for him." And it was Saturday, right? And those deals in the paper, they run from Sunday to Saturday, right? So a Surface Pro 4 from Best Buy was $649, down from $899. So I was gonna go over there and get it, and I was like, "Baby, let's go up there and look." She's like, "Can we go tomorrow?" I'm like, "Baby, well, the deals, they go from Sunday to Saturday. If we go tomorrow, the deal ain't gonna be there." She was like, and then she never answered me, right? So we didn't go. So I turned around the next day and I went to Best Buy the very next day on Sunday, and sure enough, deal was gone. Hotter than a firecracker. I was hot, and I'm like, "See." And she was like, "How you gonna blame it on me?" I'm like, "Because you didn't give me the decision that you wanted to go. Like, it's that simple. You didn't say let's go, so we didn't roll." So
we were supposed to go. Why didn't we go?
I had brought up the fact that we were gonna miss out on the deal, but I justified it to myself by saying, "You know what? On Black Friday, it's gonna roll back around again. They're gonna cry in the car, but he's gonna be quiet out here. But when you go to the car,
you can't really say it how you want to, but I know how you really." Your ass is the reason why we ain't got this. We ain't got it.
we ain't got it because of you. But I didn't want to say it like that. But
your ass. Not even just it's because of you. No.
Already. Well, and that's the deal, Mike. So okay, so before we go on any further, because I want to get to the story, because I think you'll love it and appreciate it. Have you ever missed out on a deal that you were like, "Man, that is the hottest price ever. I need to go get it now," and for whatever reason you ain't gonna do it?
I've done that with Steam sales before, because you know you get the little thing pops up when you got some in your wish list. You get the thing that pops up and be like, yeah, bro, you know this, you know, some on your Steam list is on sale, dog, and you get it through the Steam app, and you get it through your email. It's like, oh yeah, and I'm like, pay to tomorrow.
Right.
I don't get paid till tomorrow, so I'm gonna go up there tomorrow.
Right.
And I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna go up there tomorrow, and I'm gonna get this copy of Banished that I've been wanting for a long time. So I ended up having to get Banished through a humble sale because I tried to get it straight through Steam, and the day it was on sale for like $5. I was like, $5? Word. So I was like, all right, I get paid tomorrow. Okay. So let me go ahead and wait till tomorrow. So I go ahead and wait till tomorrow. And that Joe said, and I'll pull up the Steam app and pull up my wish list. It's like, yeah, son, I can finally get Banished. It's a game I've been wanting for a long time. I watch all of these videos of people playing Banished in the expansions and stuff. Well, in the mods and stuff. And I'm like, get in there. That's just said $19.99. I'm like, you motherfucker.
Oh man, I know it's that way. What about you, Will and Meef? Hey, shout outs to my boy Meef J and Will that are in the chat, man. You guys ever miss out on anything that was because he getting ready to take his kids trick or treating? Jay is. He said no. He's dealing with their daily craziness. But man, if you ever missed out on the deal, you guys know it is the most painstaking deal. It's a painstaking thing, man. So
it hurts sometimes because it'd be like in my case, it was something I had been waiting on for a while. I ain't had the money to really put there. Like I ain't about to put $20 on Banished. Like that ain't about to go down like that. So I'm like,
you ain't about that life.
On it, like I could put $5 on it, like if, you know, with PC games in general, like you can get all of these crazy deals and stuff like that, and you just like, you try to pay full price when I know this joke about to be on and popping.
Right, and that's the thing, man. Like I hate missing the deal, so you know I was a little upset, and at the same time, I've been waiting. I was. You know, I had a Moto X, like the very first generation phone, Moto X, and my other phone, I was just like, it ain't fast enough for how I consume my data. It ain't fast enough for my cellular behavior. So I went ahead.
Yeah, I just had to RIP my backup phone, which is my S3. It just couldn't do it anymore. I was using my S3 more like an iPod type deal.
Right, and that's what I do. And
yeah, so what I did, but it just couldn't keep up no more, so I had to retire. So RIP S3.
RIPS3. That's a lot of letters. But so what I did, actually Motorola themselves were running a deal on the phone that it starts off for like the 16 gig phone starts off at like $399 because you can get it customized on their site and everything. But they actually had a sale over the weekend where it dropped down to $299, then $279, and I was like, oh man, I could get up in here and get this phone. But they're depleting their inventory because I think they're getting ready to announce something new. And I was mad because I kept trying to buy it, and every time I kept trying to change the configuration and the engraving and even removing the engraving, it was like not available, not available, not available, not available, not available. And I'm like, why do you have this big sale going on right now and it's not even available for me to buy? I was so hot, man. So
every time you tried to do it, they were like, nah.
Every time I hit checkout, it was like, item in your cart cannot be purchased because it is out of stock. I'm like, you mother, every single time. Me said just a few games would go, nothing huge. Most deals cycle back around. So he was mad. He missed a couple of deals would go. But man, so I was in there and so I was mad. I was mad at this point, right? Because I missed the Surface Pro. I missed the phone that I wanted. I was just upset. And then I took my wife to Sam's and we walked around and I was telling her about that LG, that 55-inch that I wanted to get to replace the living room when she already said I can't get that. So I'm just in there. I'm just upset. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so not only does the phone company say, nah, wifey was like, nah, on that TV.
Yeah, she was like,
so
nah,
you just catching all the nods.
Nah, you want to talk about hot. What up, Simpson? I see you play. I'm glad you see us on the TV. What's going on, dog? Yeah, he up in here, Hercules 06, baby. So I'm up in there, right? And then so this is what happened. I went to a forum and it's like check Best Buy, man. They still got the phone in stock, so I checked Best Buy. You know, they had the phone there, the 32 gig version. They had it there. Guess how much, Scar?
$250.
$250. So I got 100.
I only know that because you told me.
Yeah, you only know that because I told you.
I was in an Xbox chat with you when you left to go get the phone. So yeah.
I was hyped, wasn't I? I was hyped because at that
and then came back all kinds of humble bragging.
I didn't come back humble bragging. I stated the truth.
I'm trying to make sure this work with my smartwatch. You know what I'm saying? It's real out here. Like, come on, dog. How you just gonna try to stunt? How you gonna stunt on your boy? That's me, dog.
I ain't trying to stunt.
That's me, dog. You trying to stunt on your boy? I ain't got no smartwatch. It's me, dog.
But I wasn't trying to stunt because they're both Moto brands, so I was hoping they work, and they work fine. They work great. But I'm so happy I got this phone.
No. Don't try to clean it up. You were stunt-tastic.
No, if I was stunt-tastic, I would have like leaned into the screen and held my chin with my phone with my wrist that has the actual watch on it, and the phone and the other one like this.
We were on Xbox Live. You couldn't show me nothing. You couldn't show me nothing. We was on Xbox Live. You couldn't show me nothing.
We didn't Skype up, so I didn't have no video at all.
Now you know good and damn well that if we was on video chat, your ass would have been the jail pose with the phone in the wrist and just sit there with the jail pose like
all the way, son, all the way.
Jail pose with the like.
All the way, man.
You would have jail posed with that shit, and then had some messed up stuff, having like a Rolex screen on the watch just to be baller about it.
Right, just the Rolex screen. So yeah, man. So
be like, yeah. You know, I replaced the band with some white gold, right? You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
I gotta go white gold though. Well, I gotta be white gold, man.
You would have took the head off of the watch face off. Mm-hmm. You would have took the band off and put it on your shoe and did the I'm clean pose with your foot out, like.
Oh man! But
you know what I'm talking about. When you clean, like when you really clean, you got on a new suit and some new shoes, and your shoes, man. and you ain't even got no, like, you know, when you got some gaiters on, and you got like some colored gaiters, and they match your suit perfectly. You know, like you with the cream gaiters, and you just kind of put your foot out. You know, all of a sudden, when you get new gaiters, all of a sudden you dink toed for some reason. Like,
hey, why the very last time I went to K&G, bro? The last time I went to K&G was a dude up in there buying a suit, and he was going to a wedding. Like really soon, much sooner than I was. And he was in there, and he bought an all white suit, and he had like a purple undershirt. A purple undershirt with a little scar. He bought everything there, and he bought some white snake skins to match. Oh, you couldn't tell him he wasn't doing it, bro.
He got that. What was it? That old Cedric the Entertainer jump?
Exactly. With that,
every time he laughed with that suit on,
boy. But that's what it was, man. So like I've been there. So I wasn't stunting like that. That's what I was saying. I was just telling y'all while I was gone. But I love it, man. My Moto X Pure is a 2015 phone. It was released last year. It is perhaps the best Android experience you could ever have. It is from my original one. Like, this is it right here. The bad boy is fast, and it has like 3 gigs of RAM, and it just flies. I mean, it is absolutely awesome. So I'm
save all that shit for the review you said you were gonna do.
Yeah, I do need to do a review because I'm gonna get it out. I'm gonna get it in there. But I just wanted people to know that's what's up. So I lucked into that. I lucked into getting that deal. But since I missed out on the other deal, I was like, hey, I heard on the radio, because she went out. She was like, I heard on the radio they're having this big liquidation sale of like electronics and stuff. I'm like, cool. She's like, maybe we can go up there and get our son a little laptop. I'm like, that's cool. So we went up there and check it out. So guess what? So this is what I wanted to get into, y'all, because this is where it gets real in the field. Okay. An electronic sale It's flea market bootleg when the name of it is Better Buy, not Best Buy. Better Buy. that's
Better Buy at the flea market, dog.
Dog.
Woo.
Dog.
Like,
Better Buy. So here's the thing. It wasn't a flea market, but it felt like a flea market. So here's the second giveaway. Number 2, they were in a shopping center in a rented out place. So like an old business place. So they rented out a place. You walk in and there's like half paint on the wall. They have all of the tables around. You know, like when you go to the flea market, bro, and they got the gold jewelry on the outside with the little black things so you can pick up charm chains in there.
Right.
All day long, bro. So they had that as soon as you walked in the door to the right, and nothing but Latin music playing all day. So you walk to the and except there's one other kind, and I'll tell you when. So you go in, you walk to the right, and to the right they have the cell phones. They have like tablets. They have laptops. Dude, laptops look like they're about 6 years old. For real. And they had a Surface Pro 3 there that was more expensive than the Surface Pro 4 that I was gonna buy on sale, and the equal price of the Surface Pro 4 at Best Buy off sale. So it was a year old, and they were selling it for the same price as the current one, and it was used. But this is where it hit me. This is where it got hilarious. So you know how they got the colognes, right? If y'all ain't never got bootleg cologne, I recommend you try it just for the hilarious.
Bro, let me tell you, my mama trying to get me to be the oil man.
What? No.
My mama trying to get me to be the oil man. Her best friend's son sell the oils, and she know that I've been out of work for a while. And her best friend's son sell the oils, and she was like, "Well, maybe I can hook you up with him, and he'll get you, tell you how to get up on the oils." But you know the worst part about the oil man, right?
Yes.
What's the worst part about the oil man?
Is that he smell like the oil man.
He smell like the nigga who sell oils. That is the worst part about the oil man. He smell like the nigga who sells oils. My mama trying to talk me into being the oil man.
Man, that's crazy, man. Let's see. And Simpson's laughing. He said, "Man, this is hilarious because I'm always trying to find the real deal." Simpson know about my life. Simpson know about my I'm gonna pay the cheapest amount for the biggest value life, because he's been around me for years and he knows that's how I am, man. So you walk into the store, you got all of that, right? And then you have, so you walk around toward the back of the store and then you start hearing other music, right? Nothing but hip hop. What section is it? The speaker section with subwoofers. So yeah, man, it's a little crazy. And they had 10s, 12s out there, but no big names. Like the biggest name they had was Kicker. Like, no Kenwood, no Pioneer, no Sony, none of that.
He keep clean though.
Yeah, I guess.
It's next Friday. You got 20s? No, they 10s. I keep it clean up.
Yeah. Right. So Simpson, all right. Oh no, Meef said his wife did essential oils for a bit. Essential oils are different from bootleg cologne, though. Meef, let me tell you, because bootleg cologne, and I didn't even get to the funniest part. So I wanted to tell my cousin Curvin, whose nickname is Swerve, that they had a cologne there because it was just like Curve. It was the same color bottle and it had Swerve on it. I was this close to buying it for it. I was this close to saying, "Cuz, you got your own cologne." Oh man, it was so good. It was so good. And my wife was like, because she had never been to a flea market once in her life, and she was like, "That was strange." I'm like, "Baby, that's the flea market all over again."
The only thing I don't like about the real flea market is it always got that flea market smell.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I'm talking about. If you ever been to the flea market, you know that flea market smell. Yeah. That flea market smell. I'm like, bro, I would be here. Like, I could be here and I could, buy some things, but I'm gonna have to get the hell out of here because I don't like the smell, bro.
Hey, you talking about smell. Simpson was
you were talking about. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say Simpson was talking about smells as well. He was like, "Man, get out of here!" Talking about the essential oil. He said the oil man in Philly is like very Muslim. He said he's so Muslim you gotta have a bean pie to sell it. So,
right. Yo, no. Let me tell you, the last guy to give me some oils. I think I told this story on the show a while back. But I think he tried. I told you I stayed back at work. Just to tell you how long ago it was. But I stayed back at work to help somebody, and he gave me some oil for staying there and help. And then because I really helped him out, like he came back and he put some of that oil, he put some of that Mecca musk on my hand. He ain't even, you know, I'm sitting there and I'm thinking we about to shake hands. I'm thinking he just came back to say, you know, thank you and all this other stuff. We about to shake hands. He pulled out the oil bottle, put some of that musk on my hand. And gives me the bottle, and he was like, he was like, this was Mecca, you know what I mean? Like, he Muslim, he had on the hat and everything.
Right.
But he's like, this was Mecca, and if I'd be damned if I didn't smell like Mecca for 3 days, no matter how many times I wash my hands, I still smell like Mecca for 3 damn days.
People don't understand black people like all differently, bro.
All his money smelled like it, like, oh, bro.
That's funny.
I had to get that stuff to the bank as soon as possible.
Yeah, man. Meef said that he said I ain't been around essential oils enough. He said chicks be smelling like tree bark and burnt tires.
You know something? Here's the thing about like fragrances and stuff like that. For some reason, some people's vanilla smell, it smells burnt for some reason, and I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is about vanilla. But vanilla just don't. It's as on its own. I don't think vanilla goes well. And that's back when I used to wear Bath and Body Works. I had some vanilla bean and it was all right. But for the most part, vanilla smells don't.
Right, but you got to keep that Bath and Body Works to yourself, though, bro. Like I'm looking out for you. You know what I'm saying? Like They actually have men's. They actually have men's fragrances now. There's one that I like a lot. It's called Paris. And it's off the chain. But I used to wear I would wear the fruit. Okay. Like one of my favorite ones. It was called Limelight, and it was basically like citrus. It was a mix of orange, lime, grapefruit. That shit was awesome. And when I'm in high school, man, they was on it. They was on it. So I wear fruit, but I ain't about to wear no flowers. Even though my favorite smell is plumeria. What?
Plumeria? You never heard of plumeria, bruh?
Nah, bro.
Bruh, plumeria just smells so good. It's a flower, but plumeria is awesome. And then I bought my girl some. Over for Christmas, and all the stuff I bought her smells great. So,
okay, word up. Well, that's what's up, man. That's what I'm mad at you. But no, Simpson was talking about that Swerve Cologne bottle though, man, was great. I should have bought it for my cousin. Simpson said you should tell him to go ahead and dab it out on that LeBron haircut, because that's the cousin that I was saying that you need to go ahead and tell him to bring it on home. Bring it on home. So yeah. But yeah, man, Meef and them, I'm glad they're in here having a good time. Meef called it that Mecca musk. That's what he said. That's what you was rocking. That's
what he said. I smell like Mecca musk for 3 days, bro. No matter how much I wash my hands, I could not get rid of that Mecca damn musk.
Oh man, that's so great. I love that though. Man. All right, man. So the reason this episode is called 80% Great or 80% of Greatness is because. Let's talk a little bit about the PS4 Pro, y'all. Okay, so as you all know, the PS4 Pro is coming out.
Why do we have to do this to ourselves?
It's coming out November 10th. It's coming out November 10th.
Why are we doing this to ourselves?
We're doing this because it needs to be done. It needs to be done. All right. So Eurogamer, you guys know Eurogamer are the people who house Digital Foundry, they do all the technical analysis of performance on all the consoles, on all the games, on all the graphics cards, everything. And so Richard Ledbetter, who's kind of like the lead editor over there and one of the lead testers, he found out that and there's a link in the show notes, but he found out that the PS4 Pro, even though they say it can do 4K, it's not necessarily native and it's not all the time, but it can do about 80% of 4K. So it can do up to about 1800p, not the full 2160p, which is 4K. So I'm wondering to myself, is 80% of a promise still a kept promise? Like, that's what I wonder, because they
it's not. No. 80% of No Man's Sky was not a good game make. Like, it doesn't work this way. Like, it never works this way. It only works this way for Sony. It only works this way for Sony until they wanted to distance themselves from something like No Man's Sky. No Man's Sky was 80% of what they promised.
Right. And that's the thing, man. It's like, okay, in the hood, you borrow $10 from one of the homies, right? And they're like, hey man, I need my $10 back on Friday. You know what I'm saying? I got some things to do. You can't give them back $8 and be cool.
There's a line in one of my favorite Jay-Z songs, and he says, I got my mind on my money on my mind. If you owe me $10, you ain't giving me $9. Like, you gotta give me what you owe, nigga.
He got hype about it. But that's what it is, though. And I'm looking at this. Peace out, me. I mean, go enjoy the trick or treat, and I'm gonna go as soon as I'm done here. The sun actually isn't down yet, so when it goes down, I'm probably gonna eat and go. But peace out, man. Thanks for dropping in and joining us. You dressing up on the stream. Who, me?
You dressing up?
Yeah, man. I'm going as Black Fabio. You can't tell. But no, man. No, I'm just gonna walk around the neighborhood with him, man. But it should be good. It should be good. But yeah, man, 80%. Like, you can't like, okay. If I do 80%, if I write 80% of a legislative analysis, bro, that ain't a full legislative analysis. Just like if I write 80% of a budget, that ain't it. And
80% of anything is 80% of anything you've promised is not good enough. And it's not good enough for anyone to justify in any way, shape, or form. If you told me you were going to give me this thing, and when it's time for you to give me that thing, you say, I got 80% of it, that's not good enough. All of this stuff with the damn PS4 Pro, or whatever you want to call it, has been just not good enough. Almost all of their exclusives have been trash, with the exception of maybe a couple of them. Right. Maybe like Uncharted. Like, Uncharted is the only one I can think of right now out of like this generation exclusives that turned out to be an actual good game. There's some that are decent, but then we're getting back to that 80%. But
I know
you can't do this. You can't do this. You need to pay what you owe, Santa. Pay what you owe.
I'm telling you, man, and that's the thing. And so I guess I have an integrity problem, right? Because if I say I'm gonna do something for somebody, I ain't gonna do it and only do 80% and say, okay, that's good enough. I mean, and I know I'm harping on it, man, but while 1800p is much greater than 1080p, I get that. That's a phenomenal step. That's a pretty good step. Mm-hmm. But it's not a step we asked for, and B, it would be different if you weren't promising something greater than that. So to me, it's still fundamentally flawed in its own right. So that's why this episode is 80% of greatness, because I figured I'll only give you 80% of greatness, and then you can tell me if it's still great. But
I'm about to get to some 3LW, bro. I'm getting real tired of your broken promises. Like, it's just getting to that point. Like, okay.
Breathe down.
Bring it down. Okay. The problem isn't the fact that they're giving you 80% of what they told you that they could do. The problem is the people who are going to defend the 80%. The problem is not just like the people who support everything that they do anyway, but the large internet outlets that will go to bat for this, even though we all know this ain't good enough. We've all said this ain't good enough, but they will still go to bat for Sony because that's where their heart is. But like, even if your heart is in something, like, you can't be so deep in it that you can't see the flaws and tell them you're flawed. And that's the thing what Kind of Funny did. Kind of Funny, when the thing was announced, when the Pro was announced, they did a whole show about it, and the first half of the show was, this ain't good enough, and then all of a sudden their hearts got in it, and they were like, well, maybe it'll be okay. No, it's not okay.
Right?
No,
it's
not
okay.
This is not okay at all. So
okay, and here's how it works. So let's get into the technical aspect of it, because Will asked a phenomenal question. He said, so is it 80% of 4K upscaling, or is it 80% native 4K? So here's the answer to your question, Will. So natively, it will push up to 80%. It will then up-res the rest. So then upscale the rest from the 1800 to 1890 up to the 2160. So because it simply does not have the power to push it fully native, especially some games that you're gonna try to run 60 at. Nah, son, ain't gonna work. So I just wanted you to know that's how it works, man. And like I said, I have it in the show notes, so you can click on it. But the actual article itself is it's Digital Foundry. And I'll pull it up and tell you the article name on it.
You know what I want at this point? You know what I want at this point?
What's that?
I want Microsoft to say, Scorpio native 4K, we can upscale to 8.
And here's the thing, and I've said it before, man. I've said it before, and you know what? That would be great. But here's the thing: I just don't want Microsoft to focus on the 4K when the PS5 is going to be its true competition. That's what I don't want. And the name of the article, by the way, for Digital Foundry on YouTube, the actual video is PS4 Pro in-depth analysis, 4K gaming for $400 ? So go in there, check that out, and you'll see he talks about how Deus Ex only goes up to 1890. But I saw him in a different video on Eurogamer talking about 80% 4K. No, it was in his interview with Mark Cerny. So check out that article as well. But he said it's about 80%. They can get about 80% 4K, which to me, I'm sorry, even though 1800 of 2160 is 83%, I did the math on it earlier. It's still not 100%. And I guess I just want them to be honest.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, but then again, at the end of the day, I mean, I guess you save some money because wifey was like, nah, on your 4K in the first place.
Right, exactly. My wife was like, nah, son. So
nope.
Yep. And she was like, you don't even, she was like, well, you got the PS something or other back there in the weight room. And I'm like, yeah, I got the PS3 back in the weight room because the TV I have back there is not a smart TV. And we need to be able to stream stuff and play the DVDs because I work out back there. Like, that's where I do all of my working out at for my fitness plan. So I need something that can play discs back there. I'm like, that's why it's back there. But my PS4 Pro or my PS4 will be up here. And she was just like, we don't need it. I'm like, look, I already told you, I'm getting it. So I'm getting it. So she's going to be.
I looked this woman dead in her eyes, and I said,
that Key and Peele.
You said that. You said that. You said
yeah,
that.
I said it.
I said.
Hey man, when they did it in the spaceship, dog. Oh, that took the cake, man. They did it in the tree.
Man, great. And when it comes to the PlayStation, man, greatness just keeps on waiting. That's why I ain't changed my Twitter name.
You still have greatness waiting, sitting out there like a madman. And I find it ironic yet oddly hilarious that you still have it sitting out there. He said almost. Will said almost greatness awaits. Yeah, that 80% greatness, so almost greatness. Right, man. So, but yeah, man. So to be honest, Scar, I mean, I really didn't have much. Are you gonna be celebrating? Are you gonna be celebrating Halloween tonight? You gonna be handing out candy? What you gonna be doing? You be handing out cookies?
Nah,
you should hand out cookies. You should hand out cookies and drop a menu in the bag and be like, bam.
No, ain't no cookies. I mean, I'm in Richmond today, so ain't gonna be no cookies today.
No cookies.
Nah, ain't no cookies today. Actually, I went into the office and I started eating some of their candy. So, nah, ain't gonna be none today. I got pictures of my daughter in her costume. She is dressed as what I thought was an evil witch.
Okay. Did we misinterpret the costumes today?
But she is a medieval queen, and as I understand it, you will get corrected if you call her something other than a medieval queen. So
are we talking frozen medieval level? Like we talking medieval level? Like what we doing?
Nah, hold on. I'll pull up the picture. Let me see. I'm gonna pull it up on my phone.
All right.
Because it's my baby, and my baby is awesome. So yeah, but I'm not participating. I don't normally participate. It ain't, it's never really my bag. Hold on, it's the glare.
I can see it.
Yeah, it's my baby in her costume, and the cat just sets it off. You know what I mean? Like,
right, it does. Right. That's cool though.
Even though it's cold, so while she's out today doing a trick or treat thing, she got a hoodie on under it, and I'm like, wait, witches don't wear hoodies? Oh, it's not a witch. My bad. So,
they do have that flip up cap though. They got that flip up pointy hat though. Sometimes.
Word up. I don't normally. For a very very long time, I have not participated because I lived in the apartment of a storage place. So it's not like I had just a whole bunch of people coming by. And there's years, especially the early years, I bought candy and stuff like that. And I had stuff in the office, but no one came by. So I ended up eating all that stuff myself.
Went to your snack bag.
So, yeah, went to the snack bag. The snack bag kind of bare right now, bro. Like I was looking at my snack bag and I'm like, man, so no. All I had was granola bars. All I had was granola bars, and I'm like, man, this ain't good. This ain't good for no snack bag. You need to go get you some snacks. So it's kind of rough right now, but it's at home. I ain't even got the snack bag with me, so.
Okay, that's what's up.
On that. But yeah, normally, like, especially when I became, maybe like a teenager, maybe like 15 or so, I just started having like get-togethers at the crib, like with my cousins who were at the age where they were just a little bit too old to be out there trick-or-treating, stuff like that. So we would just have get-togethers and buy a bunch of candy and stuff like that, listen to some music, chill the hell out, and just kind of vibe. Yeah, and Will mentioned the candy on sale tomorrow, bruh. I'm trying to get that. I can't remember what it's called, but it's the bag that has all of the Tootsie Roll candy in it.
Oh, okay. You going with the wax?
That's my favorite, dog. It has like the Tootsie Rolls, and it got the fruit flavored Tootsie Rolls. I don't care about the
vanilla. I like the vanilla one. The vanilla one is good. The blue one?
If I, because you can get those from Dollar Tree, but if I go to Dollar Tree and I buy one of those bags, next thing I know, that bag gonna be gone. I'll be like, damn, I said ate that whole bag. Yes, you did, nigga. Like that's pretty much how it works for me. But yeah, that's what I want. And I'm gonna try to get my girl to buy me one.
There you go.
I'm trying to make that happen.
Hey man, Walmart though. Walmart is legit because I live right by Walmart and I go by there every time after. Oh, let me tell you,
Walmart by my house. Look, Walmart by my house last year, they got the fighting over the Halloween candy on sale. Like they got the fighting like Black Friday fighting. Like it was real. They get really real about that candy, son. And they got the fighting at Walmart.
Man,
these got arrested. Like it was rough out there. Like,
wow.
Yeah.
That's
how you do
crazy,
it.
man. That's crazy. That's nuts. I can't imagine that. But I tell you what, man, I got one more topic. If you don't have anything else, I got one more topic. Because you know what though?
I got something I can talk about. Go ahead, but you go first.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, Black Friday is around the corner. Like Black Friday, keep in mind, y'all, this is the last day in October. Tomorrow is November. All right. So I'm no shaving it. So next week it's gonna be it's gonna be from Bear. So I'm gonna have a whole week of hair to grow. So I might look like an alien or I might look like an ape. My wife says I look like an ape with none of this in here. So it's gonna be interesting. But I'm gonna try to do no shave November. But Black Friday is around the corner, man, and I am hype about some Black Friday, bro. You hype about Black Friday? Because I get hype. I get hype.
I never buy much on Black Friday because I'm the type of person. Well, when I actually had a job, I'm the type of person that if I want something, I'm gonna get it, and I'm gonna get it as soon as I possibly can. So I'm not the type that'll be like, oh, I want to buy this, so I'm gonna wait till Black Friday when it's on sale. I'm like, I want this, so I'm gonna go buy this. Now, given that I might have a job, like I might have a job,
That's what's up.
there's a few games that I want that I'm behind on. I want Gears.
Oh, okay. So
I want 2K. I want 2K.
Okay.
I'm kind of half and half on Titanfall right now.
Oh, okay.
And there's a couple of like PC games like RimWorld and stuff like that I was waiting for a good sale on.
Every time you say RimWorld, I think of something that I probably shouldn't look up in Urban Dictionary. Like every time you say that game, that's all I see. Every time.
I really like RimWorld. I will say he's looking for Diablo 3, Bayonetta. Okay, I like Diablo. I still need to holler at your mans and them and see about the Xbox copy. But
yeah.
But I really like Diablo. It's so much fun.
Yeah,
it's so much fun, and it's yeah, I really like Diablo. If I had it for Xbox, I'd probably play all the time. Then again, I don't play very much in general. So, but I did play some Division. And that's
good. Y'all were playing
that
on Saturday.
Yeah. No, that was yesterday.
Was it yesterday? Oh, okay, my bad. But yeah, man, Simpson said let him know about that Titanfall because he about to get ready to get him a system. And
okay.
I told him about the PS4 and the Xbox One. He's like, nah, man, I'm gonna get out there with y'all so I can party up with y'all. So he gonna try to jump up in here and have a good time. And yeah, that's
Titanfall.
Crazy.
Titanfall is a really fun game. The first game I got my Xbox too late. So by the time I got it, like there was still some remnants of people playing Titanfall, but I didn't get in good with everybody else. I played a little bit of the mode where it's like a horde mode type thing. That was cool. I hardly ever won that mode, but it was still pretty fun. I'm really looking forward to the single player of Titanfall, and I hate the fact that they didn't put it on EA Access for me to try to get a little bit.
Those people holding that, man. It's a lot of salt on that thing, boy. Like
yeah. I got EA Access because you told me all of the EA games is gonna be there, and then you just decide not to put this one up there.
Right. Just even feel like it for no reason.
Yeah. The problem with it is like I said, they told us that they were gonna put the games up there, and then you tell me that you're not gonna put this one. So then what happens when like I'm looking at it from the perspective of you're gonna do this with Mass Effect, ain't you? Like that's how I feel about it. I mean, Titanfall is their big game this holiday season, and I dislike the fact that you led me to believe that all of your games will be here and they're not.
Right.
Now, all they have to do to shut me up is to put NCAA football, and I will be all the way quiet. Even if it's the last one back and pat. You back and pat the last one, all is forgiven, brother. We good. Like, but in the Mass Effects. The Mass Effects
gotta come. They got, bro. That gotta happen.
Yeah, if you're telling me you're not gonna do remasters, then just let me play the stuff that let me play my games then.
Right.
Like that's all. That's all. That's all I'm saying. If you're not gonna do back compat, and if you're not gonna update them, then just let me play my games. So that's pretty much all for me. I am preparing within the next few days to watch 13th.
Oh man, that's good, bruh. That is very good.
I listened to Two Topics. And Paris was talking about like he had to watch it over the course of a couple of days because he kept having to stop because of how angry he was.
Man,
I might try to make this more fun while watching 13th with my white girlfriend.
We want to talk about discomfort. It's gonna be a whole lot of discomfort in the room, bro.
There's going to be all the discomfort, but just to make me feel better about it, I would love what it does to her in the process. And that was.
I mean, dude, it is like cringeworthy. Some of the stuff, man. It's crazy. It really is.
Yeah, so I'm gonna do that. If Westworld is so interesting, bro.
Man, I don't have HBO
Westworld
or access to HBO Go.
Nigga, me neither. Got a Fire Stick. Or you can, you know what? You can load Cody on your laptop, bro. But because that's what I did. I loaded Cody on the alpha. Well, actually, the alpha loaded Cody on the alpha because the alpha. The alpha OS is a reskinned version of Cody. So when you're in desktop mode, it has Cody in there because it has to have that and then the rest over top. So all I did was just go in and use Cody to download the software that I actually use to watch the stuff that I watch. So that was actually pretty good. And a YouTube thing that I would strongly suggest that people try out. You know, like how people have like gaming sins and cinema sins and stuff like that, where they show clips of a movie or a game or something like that and just count off all of the things that they did wrong.
Yeah.
Some guy decided to make cinema wins, and he talks about how, you know, he goes in and he talks about all of the things that he likes about it, and then he has a little bit of commentary about it at the end and all of that kind of stuff, and it actually is like it works out because me not being like super nerdy guy, I don't hate everything. Like I just finally saw Suicide Squad. Didn't hate it, not at all. Like it wasn't worse. It wasn't the worst movie. It wasn't the best movie. I wanted to be entertained. I was entertained. And I thought it was actually pretty solid. My words were decently solid. It was solid, and I think I would gladly watch it again. I mean, of course, I'm glad I didn't pay for it, but I would gladly watch it again.
Right.
So but you know, this guy goes in and he goes through these movies that have been trashed so much, and he tries to pull good things out of them, and I think that's really good. Yeah, I really enjoyed the videos that I've seen so far. Mostly, I'm sticking to movies I'd actually seen. Just like, you know, X-Men Apocalypse. Didn't hate it. Like I know a lot of people did. Didn't hate it. I didn't think it was bad at all. So like, you know, all of this stuff, and you know, I put this on Facebook, but we live in a society where we bloviate about things.
Hold on. Did my boy just use the term bloviate? I love that.
Yeah.
Please continue. I love that.
Yeah, that's I watch way too many clips of First Take, but we've gotten to the mode to where we just bloviate about all of the things that we hate so much, and we talk about them so much, and we never talk about the things that we love, and then we as a society just became a society of haters.
Man, we did. Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we became a society of haters. We saw this happen. We saw this happen in real time in the gaming community, but it spread to everything else. Like it's basically most of it is just nerd culture rebelling against itself. Because nerd culture used to be so insular. Now it's supposed to be inclusive, and nerd culture is like, you're not one of us, so we're gonna hate whatever you do. So that's the basis for a lot of stuff, especially in the gaming and movie and TV space. The rebellion of nerd culture. But yeah, so I proposed. I wrote this out, but I didn't actually send it. I proposed where I said we should do a Republican challenge where for the next week they can only talk about good things about Donald Trump and not bad things about Hillary.
Right, because that's what it kind of should be.
None of them are talking about Donald Trump at all. They're all talking about how evil Hillary is, and it's like, I don't want to hear about how bad she is. I want to hear about what is good about your guy.
Exactly. At some point, at some point in the argument, when you're doing a debate, you have to put your own point forward. You can't spend your whole time in counter and in rebuttal. You can't spend your whole time retorting something. Like, you have to promulgate something. You have to put something itself forward. So I'm with you, man. I'm with you.
You said a whole lot of words to say this.
Mm-hmm.
I just need to know what's up with your mans.
Right. Essentially. Yep, exactly. I mean, that's what it was.
What's up with your mans? Like, I need you to tell me what's up with your mans, because they're on overdrive right now, and I don't feel good. I don't feel good about my vote for Hillary. I don't feel good about my vote for Hillary, but I feel great about my vote against Trump.
Right. I mean, that makes sense. Logically, it follows. But yeah, it's hard either way. I mean, for a lot of people, it's difficult either way. So I'm
looking at this shit. I need a haircut, bro. Damn.
You need a haircut?
And I don't participate in this No Shave November nonsense.
Right.
Because I can't be out here. I can't be out here looking like Black Teen Wolf. Even though if you listen to Levitard a lot, you know, Amin Al Hassan has a theory about Teen Wolf that's about that basically Teen Wolf is an allegory for Black people. So right. Yeah, go find that. It's interesting. It's a stretch.
It is. Yeah, it is.
But it's a reasonable stretch. It's a reasonable stretch. Like, I can go there with you. I'm not saying that I'm gonna like it here, but I could go there.
Right, and it's just so interesting how he put it. But no, you're about right, man. It's just wild, man. But all right, time is coming down short. The sun is going down. I heard my wife come back, so I guess she went to go get something from. So I guess we're gonna head out here in a minute. I need to get some food in me before all of that gets done. Simpson says, you know, Trump lived a sheltered life. He hasn't gone out in these streets since he was an adolescent. Man, I don't think the streets Trump went out on was the same streets I've ever walked upon. So his streets are different from my streets. I
was listening to a podcast. I can't remember which podcast that I was listening to, and they were talking. I think I was listening to Single Simulcast, and they had Adjective J on. My podcast partner for the Dream Team, and Just the Tips. And he was talking about one of the most egregious things about the video, if you watch the whole video, not just the, grab him by the pussy thing, was Trump trying to get on the bus and not understanding why the door didn't just open.
Really? Wow.
Because there was nobody on the bus to open the door. So he was...
To sit there and expect the door to be open for you, though, man. Boy, that's a lot of hubris.
Yeah, just expecting the door of the bus to just open, and like he absolutely couldn't understand why. Why is this door not opening? It's because no one's there. And they said Billy Bush. It was just like, well, you got to grab it by the handle. And he was almost offended. He was almost offended by the fact that he has to grab the handle himself.
Wow, that is amazing. Never heard that one time. Wow, dude, that is ultimately.
I mean, but then again, when you think about it, as a super rich dude, like when was the last time he had opened a door for himself?
I don't know, man. It's still probably some rich people that got to open the door for themselves, man. Like, I don't know many people that get away with
like
that.
Trump rich people. We ain't talking about like normal rich people who still like, you know, and he's not Bill Gates. You know, Bill Gates drives a Prius and, you know, he doesn't have drivers and all that kind of stuff. He does things himself. But we talking about Trump rich, like opulent rich, like, you know, like that type of stuff. When was the last time that he actually had to physically open a door himself?
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. But I don't know, man. That dude lives on another plane, dude. He lives in another level.
I mean, we already knew that. Because when you look at some of the, you know, when you young and you broke and you look at some of that lifestyles of the rich and famous stuff, and you see about like some of the stuff and how these people live, especially, you know, there's times when they talk about stuff that was in like Trump hotels and stuff like that, and you're just like, wow, that's crazy. But then also, like, you know, I mean, you how to put this? I'm trying to think about how to put this in a nice way.
Oh, that's funny.
Trump is on. You know, it's a difference between just being rich and being rich and full of yourself.
Right. Absolutely.
And that's the difference with Trump. I'll say that. He's full of himself. I won't say that makes him a bad person. I don't think he's a good person, but I don't think he's a bad person either. You know, I just think that he's so rich that he's above a lot of stuff.
Well,
and it's the same thing that I say about Oprah. Like, people talk about Oprah and they talk about how Oprah doesn't do much for the Black community and stuff like that. And it's just like, you get to the point to where you're no longer Black. Like, people like Oprah and Trump, they're green. Like, they're not Black or white. They're green, and what they do in their green lives, you just can't understand.
Well, to a point,
and they can't understand you.
I think some people don't get unrealistic like Trump does. Like Oprah tries to stay grounded. Like, her giveaways, I think, are one of the most grounded things because she knows what it is to be on the other end, right? So, I think.
Yeah, she does the giveaways, and then all those people have to sell the stuff off because they can't afford the taxes of the stuff that she gives away.
Well, that's really
that's the part. Yeah, well, that's the part where, you know, like, that you get a car. Like, most of those people couldn't keep the damn car, because you have to immediately pay taxes on that, and those people couldn't afford the taxes.
So
and she offered to pay for it. She offered to pay for it, but they won't let her pay for it.
Probably because she's writing off the taxes on it because she donated it because it's a donation, it's a gift. So it's probably
she's writing it off on her end.
Yeah, financial interest. But you know, so don't be fooled. So everybody who watched that probably fooled. And like Simpson was saying in here, you know, Trump has lived a real sheltered life. He doesn't go out doing anything. The economist went in on him in a recent podcast. He said Trump isn't rich, which is actually true. If you watch the PBS the front line on him and Hillary, he really isn't rich, dog. He licenses his name. So he's like, let's not start this. His assets are all based on what he claims the value is. Absolutely. That's what I saw in that documentary. If he had that money, he would release those tax returns. It's all over compensation. Don't let him fool you, Mike. # stay woke. So Simpson wants you to know Trump actually truly only has the facade of being rich. He really isn't. His name carries value.
I still say,
but he's more money than I have, which isn't really saying much, but he does have more money than I have.
I ain't got no job, so he definitely has more money than I do. even with $900 million losses in tax returns, he's still better off than me. Right.
All right, man. Let's get up out of here. You got any shout outs? Because I got a list of shout outs.
Man, shout out to everybody who checks us out. You know, of course, we did this. Shout out to the homie Meef J, who was here earlier. He got some cookies from your boy last week. He said that you were right about, you were definitely right about the snickerdoodles. They were off the chain. And then then he would talk about something, he might not give some to the kids. I'm like, I doubled your order for the kids.
So you can
for the kids. Like, I doubled everything he ordered. I doubled for the kids.
For the kids,
because I know you got all the kids. And I looked out for him because, you know, there was a time when I was broke as a joke, and I'm like, and I had to spend some money to go see Pooh Bear, and I knew I didn't have the money to spend. And he looked out for your boy with some of the money that he was getting from the Grand Mason stuff. He bought your boy some ramen. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what? Like, it don't sound like a whole lot. It don't sound like a whole lot, but when you're looking at getting ready to be hungry as fuck, and somebody buys you a box of ramen, like, that shit means something. Like, so that's you know, that's my dude. And today he actually sent me some more money, and I told him not to, but he sent me some more money for the difference in the shipping.
Right. Which what I told you I was gonna do, and you were like, "Nah, don't worry about it." You know, don't worry about it.
I told him, I said, "Don't worry about it," and I told him that, but he sent it anyway.
Yeah, man. So yeah. So yeah, bro. And that's good, man, because you know, Meef has been the recipient of a lot as well from a lot of people, and I know he's truly grateful for it. He's doing a good thing of paying it forward. So
it's truly a blessing when you can bless others.
Absolutely.
And you know, I don't speak like that. You know, I don't speak like that. But it's truly.
Why are you so indignant, bro? Don't be so indignant.
Yeah, it's truly a blessing, and you are blessed when you are able to bless others. And when I needed something, he was there for me. And you know, even though I told him not to, he went out of his way to do something else for me, and I thank him greatly. Right.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Jay. You know, he even showed up in the chat tonight, so he's actually gonna hear himself referenced in the podcast while listening back to it, because I know that's how he rolls. So, yeah. Many shout outs to my boy.
I don't never get that mention on the. I don't never get that mention on the show though.
You on the EDG? Nah.
You know what I mean? I listen to EDG. I listen to EDG, and actually on one, but I mean, I'm always behind. I'm always like weeks behind. But on one EDG, he even insinuated that I don't listen to the show. And I'm like, I listen to the show. I'm just so far behind that, you know, by the time I listen to the show, like, weeks have gone by, and I don't want to just show up and be like, no, because what you said on episode, 5 ago, like, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? What you said on that episode 5 episodes ago, I don't like that shit, son. Like, I ain't trying to do that.
Right. Have him thinking about, what did I say 5 weeks ago? All right. So mass shout outs to everyone who dropped in tonight. Will, Meef J, and my boy Simpson. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening, y'all. Really, truly appreciate it. Shout outs to everyone who dropped into the game night on Friday. We had a lot of people, so here it goes. Ant-Dog17, Casual Terror, Cerebral Shrike, Sam, Cool Kev, 1701, Def Prime, Dennis X04, and Crazy Carnage 21 were actually a couple of people that Ace knows in real life, and Ace himself actually made it in. Knox Broadcast, EL Bill today on Twitter, and Detroit Slasher today on Twitter, because I was posing some questions about what to do if you want to switch to Android from your iPhone. How do you manage your iTunes library? So they helped me out with that, and I believe Ruiner 2 helped me out as well. So man, shout outs to everybody. I dropped into not Everyday Gamers. That's Getting Grounded, who's Ruiner 2's podcast and network and everything. And they were doing their Extra Life this past weekend, so they're trying to make up. But Extra Life is this coming weekend. So I'm going to try my best to be out there gaming all day. Me and Mike got to hook up and do something, but I'm going to try to be banging all day.
Supposedly I'm off this weekend. I don't know how accurate that is, because I still ain't heard from the lady about the job.
Right. Hey, I'm just praying for clarity on that, man. Everything work out how it needs to work out. Everything get going for you. But I'll be here this weekend playing some games on PC. I am L. Asbury everywhere. Here on YouTube, I'm L. Asbury on Twitch. So I'll be out there streaming somehow either from the Xbox One or the PC. I'll be out here streaming, trying to get it all in. So y'all drop in and check me out. I still don't have any donations, but it's all good. I'm gonna play anyway. I may donate some money.
Don't look for Assberries because that may take you to a gay porn site.
It might. Safe search. That's all I'm gonna say. Safe search.
All right, you need to wrap this up.
So everybody, when Mike gets us the scar, when he gets the drop, we're gonna play the drop. But in the meantime, y'all come back here next week. We're gonna check in first weekend in November. Y'all can see me all barefaced, looking baby faced and everything. So thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. We'll be back next week. Peace out, Warriors.
Peace out to the Warriors.